Hey, Loren Norris here with StoryPower Academy. I just want to tell you, this new concept, the StoryPower Academy, it came from the idea that our StoryPower Masterclass has been, for 12 years, been a very successful event. We only do it a couple of times a year, usually 12 to 15 people in the class. And on a regular basis, I'll have people go, oh my gosh, that was so intense. That one day, 6 hours of training was just like drinking from a fire hose. Because we talk about your story. We talk about your stage presence a little bit. We talk about crafting your story and choosing the right story from your background. The 4 steps: select your story, craft your story, connect with your audience, and then lead the narrative. And as we walk through that process, it's very intense. It's intense emotionally, it's intense education, it's intense practice. But one day is really, really intense for that. And so we then took that full training and I broke it down into 29 modules and I made it available as StoryPower Masterclass online. And people who've gone through the course were like, that was very good, but again, very intense. And because it's an online course, we don't get the interaction with you. So we've taken the whole thing to the next level. StoryPower Academy allows you to do the entire online course by yourself, do-it-yourself pace. But it also includes a lot of the Leading Leaders podcast episodes that I've done where I talk about StoryPower, everything from how StoryPower is a leadership tool to why you want to use it without an introduction. And all of the spectrum of the ways that I've taught about the purpose, the practice of StoryPower are in this StoryPower Academy. So if you want to do that self-paced, there's a do-it-yourself version where you can log in, you have access for a year to go through all of the content, watch the videos at your own pace. Some of them are 30 minutes long, most of them are 5 to 12 minutes long, so you can intentionally consume them, practice them, get used to them, etc., etc. Then there's the StoryPower Academy Mastermind. And in the Mastermind level, we take all of that same content and then we say, let's add a Q&A call where you can ask questions about the stories you're working on. You can come on to the call and say, okay, this is a group coaching call, but I need some help with this particular aspect. And generally speaking, because I do a lot of Zoom trainings for other organizations, when I answer those questions for you, they're going to be answers for questions that other people have as well. So within that mastermind group, these are all people who are focused on the StoryPower Academy and focused on learning how to tell better stories better. And so that's the camaraderie, that's the collection of people. There are other motivational speakers, leaders, pastors, teachers, professors. I've had several professors, DTMs, Distinguished Toastmasters, who've gone through the course. And so you're amongst a bunch of other people who speak on different topics all over the world, and you have a chance to be a part of that group. I think about 100 people would be perfect, about 100 people in the mastermind. But when you get to the elite speakers, we go beyond the question and answer, beyond the video review, beyond the weekly training on Zoom, because all 3 of those are part of the mastermind, as well as everything that's in the digital archive online. But in the elite speakers, there's only 10. Only 10 people can be in the elite speakers. And in the elite speakers, we talk about the one-on-one training. We talk about, you get one coaching session, one-on-one, just you and me, every week for an entire year. You have 2 years of access to the StoryPower Masterclass online, so you can go back to the archives. You have access for 1 year to all of the other video training that we do, and we'll be adding new stuff each week to the archive. So there's a lot of access. There's a lot of different levels. There's monthly payment plans, quarterly payment plans, huge discounts if you do the one-time pay. I encourage you to go to StoryPowerAcademy.com and check it out. Look at the different classes, the different levels, the different things that are available. You can take a lot of them a la carte. But spend some time there and see if that's the kind of thing that would change the way you communicate as a leader, as a pastor, as a counselor, as a political leader. And if that will help you, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Again, only 10 people in the elite speakers. You will have to apply for that. But if you're a candidate, I'd love to have that conversation with you. I'm Loren Norris with StoryPower Academy. I look forward to seeing you inside.